Okay, well, here I've taken a Shrinky Dink full sheet of plastic. I've used sandpaper, roughed up the surface, and illustrated directly on the Shrinky Dink. There is no copy of this. This one wasn't scanned at all. The majority of the Shrinky Dinks I did were not scanned. They were illustrated directly on. This is in an oven that's 325 degrees, and there she goes. She caves in on herself, collapses, curls up, balls up, and I am holding my breath thinking I just lost this illustration I worked so hard on. Right about now, I'm thinking I'm going to have to open up the oven and use pliers and unwind it from itself. This is what it looks like after I've pulled it off of itself. Then I have to reheat it multiple times. And this is the last reheating to try to get it flat. You know, Shrinky Dinks are about the magic that happens to the polymer in the oven and the playing. And, you know, it's for kids to have fun that way. This is La Calavera, the skull. And this is actually an inkjet illustration because I had this in my sketchbook, scanned it, and had printable inkjet Shrinky Dink. And it behaves slightly differently than the normal Shrinky Dink. It has a gray film to it, and when it caves in on itself, sometimes it can really fuse to itself and smear, and the ink is also, even from the printer, still fugitive, just like the pen marks when I draw directly on the Sharpie are also fugitive. So you'll notice that right about now I have to pull that out and use the pliers and undo that corner that's stuck to itself. And reheat it again until I can get it flattened. So by the time a piece is done, it's charred, it's smeared, there it is. And the inkjet ones have this gray film around it. You can see many of the other ones do not because they were illustrated directly on the Shrinky Dink and are one of a kind. Here's La Sirena, and the color was put on with Charpak markers. And they're alcohol-based markers, so it also causes the Shrinky Dink to react very differently in the oven. And there she goes. And say goodbye to your art. And say hello to something new that you don't have control over, and that's the beauty of it. And so I actually enjoy drawing directly on the Shrinky Dinks much more than using the inkjet ones. So only 6 of the 52 were scanned. Here I have La Borracha, which is the drunk. I did Amy Winehouse, and these are some still shots. And the final piece. And that's it.